Hi there, boys and girls, pupils, mums and dads, grandparents and everyone else at home. Hope you're all keeping well, and it's Mr. Gritton here with just a bit of an update to let you know what's been happening in the background, because it's a few weeks since I've spoken to you. Just wanted to start by thanking all of you, really. Our pupils first, you've been fantastic. We've been checking, obviously, Show My Homework on a daily basis, and our year heads and your tutors have been looking at what you've been doing, and your subject teachers, and we've seen some incredible work out there, and lots of you, all of you really, have kept going, which is fantastic. I think year 9 last week we had 100% of everyone on Show My Homework every day, which is incredible. And in other year groups it's 95% plus. That's fantastic, given the fact that we're a few months down the line now and you're still working hard, and that's really important, because if you keep doing that you won't fall behind. So please keep going. Thanks, mums and dads and grandparents and family members. You've been a wonderful support to your children, and obviously to the pupils at the school. And we know they can't, it's a real challenge to do it on their own and to stay motivated. So thanks for everything you've done to help them, whether that's helping them to access the work, whether that's actually physically helping them do the work, or whether it's just giving them that little bit of motivation to keep them going. You've been a brilliant support as well, so thank you all for that. Obviously, there's been a lot of speculation in the news recently about what's likely to happen, and we are behind the scenes working hard to make plans. For year 7 and 8, we will be changing what we do a little bit after half term, and we'll be starting to introduce some new work. And we're using a few ways of doing that. One piece of technology called Loom, which will allow teachers to explain work to pupils so that we can explain things as we introduce new material, and that really help to start introduce new things so that pupils don't feel that they're constantly going back and revisiting, although we will still be doing that, because that's really important to keep doing that to make sure the knowledge is secure. Year 9, we're promoting you to year 10. Congratulations. You'll be taking your options, and you'll be just following work in your option subjects from half term, and we'll be notifying you of what those are. Obviously you've applied for them, and the vast majority of you, pretty much all of you, I think, have got certainly most, if not all, of your top choices. So we'll be making sure that we provide the work that you need to help you to get on as year 10s from next half term. So that's really exciting. Year 10s, lots of speculation there about you coming in, and we are making plans. At the moment, we're hoping to try and get you back around about the middle of June. Round about the 15th of June is a date that we're trying to work towards at the moment. And I'll write to you and to your parents just after half term to explain to them what's happening. But we're doing lots of things around the site to introduce really rigorous cleaning regimes, to be able to bring back very small groups for part-time, just for a couple of days a week, but so that we can allow little groups of 10 to 15 in classrooms to access their work. Again, I'll be writing to you with all the details of that, and we're talking to union colleagues about that, and obviously we're waiting for the government to give us a clear steer on that, and 28th of May we'll get a clear indication from the scientists as to how feasible that will be to go ahead. But that's what we're working to at the moment, and that's what we're planning to. So year 10, but in the meantime we will still be setting work at home, so year 10, please make sure you keep going with that. Year 11 and year 13, we will stop setting formal work for you on a lesson by lesson, day by day basis, but we are setting some bridging material to help you to prepare for your next stage of your education, and those will be longer term projects now, but we would encourage you to do those and to really spend some time on those to help you to be ready for the next phase of your education. And those of you coming to the sixth form, we really want you to have a good go at those and to work hard at those, because we'll use what you've done as part of your evidence base to help give you a place in the sixth form. So do bring those materials with you when you come in to enrol, or send them to your teachers now, even better, to make sure they've got them in advance. And year 12, not forgetting you, you'll have seen the government have talked about plans to get you in as well. We're going to try and bring in year 10 safely first, and we'll see how that goes. We will, like some of the other year groups, be changing the way we set work for you, as we do for 7, 8 and 9, and we'll be starting to try and introduce some new material, because we know that's really important for you, because you've got your A-levels next year. Please be assured everyone's in the same boat, and the exam boards will cut their cloth accordingly, so you won't be disadvantaged by this, and we'll make sure year 12 that you have every opportunity to make sure you get the grades that you were going to get come next summer. So please don't worry about that, but we will introduce some new work for you, and we will still be aiming to try and get you in at some point before the end of the school year. But it's really important that you are doing the work that we set, because whether you're in school or whether you're at home, that will enable you to access new content. We're also hoping to try and see Year 6s if we can, but again, that will depend on the national picture. But we're planning some transition work for Year 6 in September to make sure the Year 6s coming into Year 7 have a really good start as well. So lots going on in the background. Thanks for everything you're doing. I'll be writing a letter before the end of this week just to outline exactly what's happening. So please do have a read of that, because it will summarise what I've said today in more detail. And just God bless you all. Look after yourselves. And we look forward to seeing you soon. We really miss you. But we're all still out here, and we'll catch up soon. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.